Hi, it's Prema here, and I want to say happy solstice to you. We are at this point of time. We're in the northern hemisphere. We are at the shortest day of the year. That means that we have the extreme of the darkest day of the year. And if you're in the southern hemisphere, you've got the longest day of the year. So extremes are part of balance. Sometimes we have to find that outer edge of things before we know where the center is. And I always think of balance as constant unified movement. So just like the sun and the moon and the universe is constantly moving, we're constantly growing, our consciousness is constantly moving as well and growing and expanding. At this point, I want you to think of this as a turning point. And so as we turn in the northern hemisphere towards more light, what are you turning towards? What are you turning towards in your life? What is it that you want to put more focus on, more attention on, open up the door to? And then also, what are you turning away from? What is just done? What are you done with? And that it's time just to let go. So let's take a moment and just tune into that a little bit more. So take a deep, full breath. And as you know, I believe that all the answers you seek are already inside of yourself. When you tune inward, you can find that clarity. When you know why you're doing anything, why you want something, you're down to the purpose of it. And purpose will always pull you forward. And the thing about it is it pulls you forward in the most magical ways, ways that are not necessarily expected. So close your eyes, take a deep, full breath, and tune into your heart. I want to entertain a couple of questions that will help you to get clear about what you're turning towards and what you're turning away from. So as you take a deep, full breath, just let that mind slide right down into your heart, the powerful energy center that your heart is. It's thousands of times stronger than the mind. And when you're in your heart, you're open to more possibilities. And in fact, just by bringing your mind and your heart together, you are actually opening the door to possibilities, whether you know it or not. So as you are tuned inward and down in your heart, just let this question drop in for you. At this point in time, what is most important to me to turn towards? What am I ready to open the door for? Maybe it's to have more of, or be more present with in my life. What am I turning towards? So just notice what that is. And in turning towards that, whatever that is, or whatever the list of that is for you, what's that going to do for you or make more possible for you? What's the purpose of turning towards that? So just tune into that for a moment. You might want to make a note of that. And if you want to take that deeper, go ahead and ask yourself several times, pause this and ask yourself several times, what am I turning towards? What am I opening to? And what is that going to make more possible for me in my life? What's the purpose of that? And then let's also tune in with, what is it that I am turning away from? I'm ready to let go of. That maybe you're just done with. Like no explanation, no drama, no story, just done. And you know when you're done with something. And what is it? Maybe you're not fully done with, but maybe it's just time, it's really not great for me to have my focus and attention over here, so I'm going to turn away from that for now and redirect my focus and attention. So take a deep breath. What would be most useful for me to turn away from at this point in time? Just tune into what that is for you. And also with that, how will it serve me to go ahead and turn away from this? Just letting go, opening up to what would be more useful, more interesting, more fun, more juicy for you in your life. So make a note of that as well. So when you're navigating from the inside out, that is the feminine way. Whether you are a man or a woman, it matters not. The way of the heart is a feminine way. Tuning in for your inner guidance is the feminine way. But then you want to go ahead and move out in the world with that inner guidance as well. So for me, I know that I am turning towards even more alignment. Being aligned with the source of my being is really my purpose here. And then showing up and shining in any way that I could possibly be of service. But turning towards more of my inner alignment. So for me, that one of the things I'm doing with that is reorganizing my days, the structure of my life, so that I have a little bit more me time. What that means is that I have more yoga time, I have more time outside, I have more family time, I have more time with my lover, with my man. I have creative time where it's just unstructured. And in order to do that, I just go ahead and structure that into my schedule. Actually use my schedule and structure that into my schedule. So more me time equals, for me, what's the purpose of that? It's more fulfillment. And fulfillment was my theme for last year. And again, at a different level, it is a continuation on the theme. The purpose of it is for me to experience more fulfillment. When I feel more fulfilled, I am just more inspired. I have more to give. And that's for me to create scenarios, situations, a structure in my life that I feed me first, and then I have so much to give. So also, what am I turning away from? What I'm turning away from is busyness. I'm turning away from being having too many details and too many things to do. So that means also, in turning away from busyness, I'm turning towards embracing more support in my life. Embracing more support. So that also means in my business, hiring another assistant to help me out with some other things. It means in my home life, actually having some more assistance with taking care of my home. I'm turning towards more support. I'm turning towards more support and turning away from more busyness, which all feeds into the purpose of me having more of my own personal alignment, feeling more fulfilled, and doing and being more of what makes my heart sing. A creative time, inspiration, being with all of you. So find out what that is for you. I'd love to hear your comments below, or go ahead and just reply back and send me a note. I'd love to hear what you're turning towards and what you're turning away from at this amazing point in time. 2014 solstice. Happy solstice. Blessings, and have a beautiful, beautiful day.